So here in this module, we look at the different challenges, issues, and objectives related to women empowerment. The 11th 5-year plan by the Planning Commission looks at the objectives or the issues related to different areas for the period 2013 to 2018. So this plan was envisaged before 2013, and it tried to improve Pakistan's economically, socially, so that Pakistan's march toward its destiny can be achieved. So one of the areas on which 11th 5-year plan looked at was gender equality and women development. Women constitute about 51% of the total population, but this plan agreed that only 22% are in labor force, meaning thereby that rest of the 80% are not working in formal economy. So they are working, but they are not working in the formal economy. And there are several discriminatory issues related to political, economic, and social status, which remains low. So what does 11th 5-year plan want to do or wanted to do to improve the status of women? So its objectives were ensuring women right to ownership of movable and immovable assets. So this meant, of course, we have discussed before that woman power or woman agency is linked with their ownership of assets. So if women have more assets, for example, through inheritance, they will have more power and they will be part of the important decisions that are linked not only with their lives but with also their children's life, and that will help the national development. The second objective was provide unimpeded access to legal, religious, and social rights and resources to women. As we have discussed before, there are several restrictions of women's legal, religious, and social rights, which have to be removed if we want Pakistan to develop. The third was protect women's mobility and livelihood, especially in conflict-ridden and insecure areas. So at that moment in 2013, there were large areas in Pakistan, for example, in Fata, KP, Balochistan, even in Sindh and Punjab, where the government's rule or ability to implement its laws was severely compromised. So this idea was that Pakistan or government of Pakistan will force its authority on those areas so that conservative elements or extremist elements that are governing or ruling in those areas will not allow, will be stopped from discriminating against women. The fourth objective was urgent redressal against unjust and illegal patriarchal customs and traditions such as honor killings and domestic violence. Again, we have seen that in this area at least, government prevailed and passed domestic violence laws. It changed honor killing laws to punish the accused even if the victim's family forgave him. So in this area at least the objectives were a little bit achieved. The next objective was redressal of disproportionate access to health, education opportunities and other services. So this the idea was to remove the discrimination and to provide equal access to health, equal access to education and other opportunities and services to both men and women. And the last was recognition of women's contribution in socio-economic and national development. So that was the last. So what were the major challenges to achieve these objectives? So as discussed many times before, there was the weak law enforcement, which even when the law was there, it was not fully enforced. Weak economy, which didn't left any money for the government to help improve women conditions. Large population again went against women empowerment. Women's work in home and in the community was not recognized. There was lack of access to resources and facilities, and inadequate health and reproductive outcomes, early marriages. All these things restricted women empowerment. There were also large gender gaps, as we have seen in health and education, and ineffective representation of women issues in the family policy formulation. And then, of course, religion was used to stop or hinder women development, and state support for extremist elements helped those extremist elements to hamper women's march toward freedom.